Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for showing a lot of love in the previous video. I know you guys have a lot of questions about this bike and I am going to cover all of them. So this video particularly we will focus about what are the things that we don't like on my RS457. So there are many things to like about this bike, but everyone wants to know as a potential buyer, those of you who have booked it or planning to book it, you want to know what are the negatives of this bike. So in this video, we are going to talk about all of those things. So let's get started with the video. The first thing that I don't like in the RS457 is that there is no heel stay on this bike. So whenever you are keeping your foot on the foot pegs, because there is no heel stay, your heel tends to touch on the swing arm. And when in off-roading scenarios or you are crossing a bumper in the city, the swing arm goes up and down, and you can clearly feel near your heel that something is moving up and down. So Aprilia could have done better if they had given a heel protector near the foot pegs, because Duke 390s get it, many other bikes get it in this segment. I'm not sure why Aprilia has skipped it, but if they would have given it, it would have been a great experience riding it. Second negative which I want to talk about is the handle touching the tank. So whenever I'm taking a U-turn, whether it is right or left, my hand tends to hit the tank, and that is not a good experience. So Aprilia should have designed the tank in such a way that whenever the handle is close to the tank, there should be some amount of gap. And as of now, because there is no gap, I have to adjust my hands. As of now, I got used to taking U-turns on this bike, but someone who is new and who doesn't know that your hand is going to hit the tank and suddenly you take a U-turn, it might be very uncomfortable for you. So that is the second negative about this bike. Third thing which I found could have been better is the tank capacity. Though the size of the tank looks so big, it feels like it should be having around 16 to 17 liters of tank capacity, but it just has 13 liters of capacity. And the average that it gives touring on this bike is going to be a challenge, because hardly you will get 300 kilometers if you are going completely tank empty. So you can consider a practical range of 250 to 260 kilometers, and every 250 to 260 kilometers you will need to take those fuel stops if you plan to ride this bike on the highways taking it out of station. Fourth thing I didn't like about this bike is there is no automatic sensor on the TFT console. So if you are riding in the daytime, you will have to keep the brightness at a higher level. And when you are riding in the night time, because the brightness is too high, you will have to lower it manually. If there was a automatic brightness sensor on this TFT console, then it would have been very much easy, because as other bikes, I come from a Duke 390, it used to have a auto brightness sensor, but this bike does not have it. Though that is a small nitpicking, but Aprilia should have given that. Fifth thing that I don't like in this bike is it does not come with adjustable levers, that is the brake lever nor the clutch lever. Both of them are not adjustable. Though I have gone ahead and fitted an adjustable lever from the KTM Duke 390, but as of now the clutch lever is non-adjustable, because the Duke 390 clutch switch does not match with the RS457's clutch switch. So I have not installed that. But even as accessories, we just get adjustable levers for the brakes, but for the clutch we don't have any adjustable lever for that. So that is a negative aspect of this bike which I wanted to highlight. Sixth negative point which I don't like about this bike is it does not get a hazard light switch. Because there is no hazard light switch, you cannot turn the left and right both at the same time. Because I feel it has a beautiful looking DRLs if you look at from the front. But if Aprilia could have given the hazard light, it would have been very nice to have a feature on this bike, because the Duke 390s it gets it. I'm not sure why Aprilia did not give it, though it can be fitted as an aftermarket accessory. There just has to be a switch. But if it comes from the factory as a stock fitment, it would have been really great. Next thing that I don't like on this bike is the ABS calibration. Everyone is concerned about the braking, because the reviewers said that it comes with organic brake pads. But the RS457, as I have shown in the previous video, it comes with sintered Brembo double H grade brake pads. Those are very good brake pads which you get even on the KTM 390s. So braking is not an issue. Where the issue lies is when you press the brake lever very hard in the panic braking scenario, The ABS intervenes much faster. Even before the wheel tends to lock up, the ABS pumps out the brake pressure, and hence it definitely increases the braking distance by some amount. If Aprilia could have calibrated the ABS well enough, like we have on the other bikes in this segment, it would have been a nice experience. Though the braking is not at all bad, you will be satisfied in most of the scenarios. Only when you hit the brakes very hard, that's when you will feel that the ABS is pumping out the pressure, and that is something that Aprilia can work on. That cannot be fixed by us. Even if you upgrade the brake pads or the brake lines or anything, it cannot be fixed, because that is something which has to do with the software. So if Aprilia, you are listening to this video, you definitely have to work on your ABS calibration. It might be a software fix, whatever it is. If you do that, it will be a good experience while braking on this bike. Those were the things that I don't like on the Aprilia RS 457. But having said that, there are many other things that I like about this bike. So I will talk about all the good things about the Aprilia RS 457. You will have to stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button, keep the bell icon pressed, keep commenting on the channel, share my videos, and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.